All right, hey, I'm Pedro. How you guys doing? So this story is it's about my friend, one of my closest friends, Erin. She did the whole I'm gonna run away to New York City things that teens are doing nowadays. So she actually lived in Queens for a little bit, and her main form of income was housekeeping. And for a while, she made a pretty profitable sum, but she had to house sit for this couple who were going to the Bahamas for a couple of weeks. So she went in there, and usually the first thing you do when you're house sitting, check the TV, see what's on, what kind of food's in the pantry, whatever. Just live. And but she wasn't able to, because as soon as she entered the foyer, there was dead dog right there. Big hairy dog. Sure was a lovable, cuddly guy, just past his prime in a big way, and was deceased on the floor. So yeah, panic mode, kind of sets in there. And so she told me she was freaking out, like didn't know what to do, honestly, just like this is the first thing that she sees. So she decides to call the vet, which I don't know if any medicine can save the dog at this point, but why not? They know about animals and stuff. So she calls him, and the veterinarian says, oh, believe it or not, this actually happens quite a bit. Don't worry about it. Bring the dog down. It'll be fine. So she's like, oh, all right, peaches. Awesome. And she sees the dog. She's got to take you down to the veterinarian's office. But much like many inhabitants of the great place that is New York City, she did not have a car. Taxis and all that. Probably would be a little, awkward. The dead dog on board. So, what she decided to do was look through the house and see if there's any solution to her problems. And she scrambles around, oh my god, it's horrible, and opens the closet, and at the bottom of the closet, there's this sizable looking suitcase, for a long trip, that you could get a lot of clothes in there, a couple sweaters, that kind of size. So logic dictates that one must put the massive dead dog inside the suitcase. And not an easy feat by any stretch of imagination. Kind of had to shove it in and get it all, and then just kind of get the lid down and the zipper, and there's a paw sticking out, get it shoved in there, and get it and zip it up, and you got your dog to go. And she hits the town, and she's going around trying to get on buses and subways. And, she's rolling a dead dog around. But everyone just thinks she's, traveling. She's commuting, whatever, she's a girl on the go. And so she's getting on buses, and this one particular bus that she tries to get on, she's having some trouble actually getting the dog up the steps. And kind man sitting probably third row in sees the trouble that she's having, and says, oh, let me help you with that, and then goes over and grabs it and helps her get it up and gets it on the bus. And she's like, oh, thanks, I got it though. And he's like, oh, okay. I mean, you seem to have some trouble with that. I mean, it's a crazy place in New York, and you might need some help. And she's like, oh, well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. So he ends up helping her out, which is kind of weird, but she gets around to the not having conversation thing with him, just kind of oh yeah, I think I just need to go down here, thank you. And he eventually asks her, the question, what's in the suitcase? It's kind of heavy. She said, CDs. I got a lot of CDs in there. He's like, oh, okay, CDs, all right. So they're, they're going about it. And it was actually kind of far to the vet's office, so she was actually looking at the transit map and trying to map out her location and where she was going, because it's a crazy place, man, New York City. And she's trying to figure it out and say, okay, I think I gotta get on this bus. And she looks back. The suitcase is gone. The man is gone with it. Now that's essentially the end of the story. But if you can only imagine the man excitedly running upstairs with his loot, oh, all kinds of CDs, oh man, I hope Kenny G's in here, oh yeah. Opens it up, dead dog, boom, gets what he deserves. End of story, thank you very much.